forgot to unmute myself again for like 8 weeks in a row. All right, guys, it's Friday. It's time for the RTFM show. 2 solid months now of doing this.
Wow.
Does this seem like it's been that long? Actually, 2 months and a week, because we did have that 1 week we missed because I decided to go to Las Vegas. Anyway, we are joined by my better half.
Aww.
In every sense of the word.
So sweet.
Because of the fact that Phil is got some PTO, that's some paid time off. He wants to like clear his head and just kind of get zen and stuff.
That's cool.
He's probably just flying his drone somewhere. That's all he wants. He wanted to take a long weekend and go fly his drone.
Why are you hating, dude? Yeah.
There's everything wrong with that. I'm not.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. So obviously we've got Nick over here in Phil's seat, and then we've got my wife over here in Nick's seat. And the reason for that is my wife is not used to talking into the mic loudly. So we've already had that gain adjusted for Nick's quiet volume. Now Nick has to get used to talking even louder because Phil's mic is turned down because he's Phil.
But yeah, it's not that bad, right?
No, I think sounds pretty good according to the levels and stuff.
Cool.
I mean, I'm sure the audience will be the judge. See, is anyone complaining? No, they're all saying hi, not we can't hear you. So that's a good start.
Well, there you go.
All right, so let's go ahead and kind of get things kicked off. A couple announcements here. If you guys have been living under a rock, I have started, and that's a rock, not in Iraq. That's a country in the Middle East. So anyway, that's a bad joke. I got the right one that time.
Wow. Yeah, you did it.
I'm remembering, and that's the time you and Nick. That's the Phil chair, right? You and Phil shuffle them on me at that point, right? Okay, a couple announcements. We got 2 videos going live this weekend. We got a Saturday and a Sunday video for you.
Whoa, a double feature.
I don't remember what's happening on which day. We got one video where I learned how to bend glass tubing for the first time, which was a lot of fun. I may or may not have burned a hole in my glove and possibly my finger and had molten stuff dripping near open-toed shoes. But hey, it wouldn't be a J2 Sense video if that wasn't the case. And we had the video of us cleaning that nasty curdled milk loop. I want to talk about that for a second. You and I were watching that video because I was like, watch what happened at work today. And as soon as I went to pour in the alcohol, you're like, oh, that's going to curdle. And I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean it's going to curdle? She's like, alcohol curdles milk. It makes the fat like coagulate. And I'm like, how do you know that? She's like, I don't know. How do you not? And then Phil has a female friend that texted him when she watched it and was like, you didn't know alcohol curdles milk? And it's like, why is this some like common female knowledge?
No, but it makes sense because I think I should have known like at the bar when they make the brain hemorrhage shots.
Or there's one called a cement mixer. That's also the same type of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like
I've never heard of this shot. Keep going.
Oh, well, it just looks like it looks like scrambled brains. But
so does our jug.
No, that's something completely different. But
yeah, I offered Nick $2,000 to take a drink from that jug. He wouldn't do it.
That still will not cover the trip to get my
medical expenses.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys were like, "Oh, I guess Jay's not drinking this week because his wife's there." That's not how this works, people. Although you have a koozie on your can. What are you drinking?
I do. Truly lemonade.
That's
tea. Sorry.
Oh.
The hard peach tea.
That definitely sounds like either a girl drink or you and a Nick drink, for sure. I'm not drinking my rum today. It's a little warm now in SoCal. I felt like let's get that whole like warm weather kind of a drink going on. So I'm drinking some spiced rum with pineapple juice.
So you are drinking rum today?
Yeah, I just brought my own. I didn't want to use your Captain Morgan's. I wanted the Malibu.
Oh,
because it's already infused with the
coconut
fruits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, coconut. So I just wanted that extra, play some steel pipe or steel drum music here. Did I say steel pipe?
Screaming pipes.
Yelling pipes. Crying pipes. Anyway, the other thing too is that we got a major giveaway going on right now. While this whole like shortage thing has been going on, I was like, we're going to just give away stuff. Let's do that. Let's just give away stuff. All of our stuff, not all of it, honestly, but we're going to give away as much as we can. So in the last giveaway, we gave away a 2080 and a 3080 out of my own inventory. And then this time, I said in the end of that, I was like, hey, let's do a crazy one. And the last time I did like a full system upgrade package was in 2018. So it's been 3 years, and it was the summer of 2018. So this time we're giving out all to one person, an 11900K, an EVGA Z590 for the win Wi-Fi motherboard, which EVGA has graciously given to the cause. EVGA has also provided a brand new RTX 3090 for the Win 3 Ultra.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Nick knows how like special that is right now.
Yeah.
You've heard me talk about the shortages.
I have.
Like I've tried to explain to my wife a bunch of times, like, here's what's happening and here's what compounded all the issues. And it's like I haven't had a coffee in 5 days now. I'm not Starbucks white check like I normally am, but
That's
even
why I'm still Phil.
yeah. Even Starbucks has signs up like due to nationwide, product shortages. It's like everything has shortages. Anyway, you cannot go out and buy a 3090 for less than both your kidneys and like 2 other family members' kidneys. So that's kind of a big deal. I'm also giving away 16 gigabytes of 4800 megahertz Aorus RGB RAM, and EVGA has also supplied a Z20 keyboard and an X17 gaming mouse.
Oh, wow.
As well as a 1000 watt G6 power supply. Their brand new power supply that literally launched yesterday.
So you're all set, basically.
All they need to provide, if they don't have a system already, is going to be storage, case, and cooler.
Wow. That's a good deal.
Yeah. So, and it is worldwide. And that's the other question. Is it worldwide? Yes, it's worldwide, except we're prohibited, and you have to pay, unfortunately, the import tax stuff on that. So, link is down in the description below. If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple or whatever, then head to the YouTube channel, and you guys will see the bumper video that plays when you first enter the channel is going to tell you all about it. So with that, let's go ahead and get things started here. We like to talk about tech lifestyle. This one's all about life.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy on life.
This is like Life, the tech game. You know the game of life? The game of tech life.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
I don't remember ever playing Life, but I just know it's a game.
I did Monopoly. But anyway.
I play the real Monopoly, baby.
Oh, gosh. But, well, we're all kind of technically in the YouTube industry, so it's basically...
She's technically on payroll, so yes.
Oh, yeah. Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Yeah, I want to talk about how we balance our private life versus our YouTube life, per se.
I feel like there might be people, and I want to kind of butt in real quick. People might be watching this going, yeah, but I'm not an influencer, so I don't have a public life. Yes, you do. If you have social media,
you're
Facebook,
public.
Instagram, you're public.
If you could see it from not logging in.
Everyone in that
public.
chat right now is public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go apply for a job and they Google you.
Oh, yeah. How many people have lost jobs or gotten denied jobs because of things they've like posted forever ago? I mean, that's part of cancel culture, honestly. But I think employers especially are afraid of what might pop up. So they do background checks on people. And those background checks now, those search spiders and stuff, like do social media.
I kind of want to try it to see what it does. Like, can we do
you
background
really
on
want
ourselves? Might as well see what everyone else is seeing, right?
What would they see? If they looked up you, what's the worst thing they would find?
Probably my Twitter account because it's still up.
No, I mean like, what's the worst thing they would find that you've done?
Oh,
Like an event or whatever. Like, not like a Computex, but I mean like
cringeworthy.
I guess.
Probably
you define worse.
Worst would probably be a talent show that I did. Like I played bass.
That used to be your profile pic. I remember that. Like
That
12 years ago.
Yeah, that was full cringe.
Dude, is that recorded somewhere?
It's recorded somewhere.
Do you have it?
No.
Please find it. No. I'm asking your mom. I know your mom. I'm asking your mom.
No.
I could text her.
Yes. You do have her number, don't you?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We're going to find that video. And we are going to, no warning your mom. Because here's the thing. Can you even play bass? Like, did you have like a few lessons and you're like, I'm going to do the talent show?
I self-taught.
That's even better.
I mean, I played decently.
Let us see the video.
I'm not going to find the video. Like, the video's going to stay hidden.
No, so, I mean, I like this conversation, though, because for you transitioned, obviously, from just regular guy with Facebook and all that stuff to working for me. And I don't think, and the first time you worked for me, and then you had this stint in the automotive industry, and now you're back. But the first time you got recognized, how did that feel? How'd that go?
It was kind of neat, but at the same time, it's like,
She just cracked one for the boys. She's over there trying to be all quiet. It's like when they it's like when you open a crinkly wrapper in the movies.
Or me when I try to open a granola bar wrapper in the morning and he's watching videos. It's like, can you keep it down over there? I'm like,
Just rip it! Done. Just
and it explodes everywhere afterwards. It's like,
come on, we've all wanted to yell at someone in the movies. Just rip it.
yeah.
We do have a rule. If you cuss, you have to take a shot.
Oh.
We should have brought the equalizers because she wants to shoot me with the Nerf gun so bad.
Oh, I could go grab them. But
No. Don't give her ideas.
why? We usually have them like ready to.
I know.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it was kind of nerve wracking to get recognized like on my own. Like I think that was when I was still in the automotive industry, and it was it was a coworker at the time.
Did you? No, you got recognized before that because you got recognized on campus.
Might have.
You said you were walking across the quad once at the university, and then you just go get him, okay, and you were like, "What?" I remember you told me that story. Have you already forgotten?
I've already forgotten.
You're jaded.
Wow.
It's gone to your head. Everyone just knows you.
No, I mean it's still kind of weird to get recognized because I always like to think I've kept a fairly low profile.
Yeah, but you were in the videos often
Yeah, I was
for a long time. Before you ever worked for the channel, you were just like
there.
you were just Nick. You were there. You know, you were that guy we were doing stupid stuff with. You know.
We still do stupid stuff.
Yeah, but now you're just paid to do it.
True.
Find yourself a job where you get paid to act like an idiot.
Technically, I didn't find this one. This one approached me.
True, but did you?
Touché.
But did you find that you had to kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, people now like that. There's a crossover now from your online life. Like we all troll to some degree in the forums or the Facebook pages. People, I'm never going to meet them. Who cares? Did you have a realization of like, oh crap, real people are there and they see me?
It wasn't that. It's more like, wow, they're a lot closer than what I thought because it's internet, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, wow, they actually live near kind of deal.
Right.
So I got to the point of, all right, so I got to start considering what else I do, like before I do it kind of deal.
What about you? Like, not YouTube channel, F grade celebrity husband or whatever, but like you spend a lot of time on social media, like Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you share stuff or you comment, like, where do you draw the line of like, here's where I don't, like, this is private. I don't talk about this.
A lot of like our personal life, I don't put out there on purpose on Instagram. I mean,
I like how you said on purpose because you always accidentally do something. not you, but like a person. I've doxed myself so many times.
Oh my
I
god.
just don't even care anymore. I'm like, whatever.
and I try to keep the girls kind of mostly off there, like just here and there, like
Yeah.
I will. But I have to think, like you said, about what I'm showing in whatever post it is. Whereas before, I probably wouldn't consider like, can they see anything?
Yeah, look in the background.
Determine where we are,
And not
you
even
know?
just like I'm taking a selfie in the background, there's a big dookie in the toilet. Like, you know.
like addresses and street names and.
Well, you'd be
know.
surprised what people can figure out from just a small bit of info. Like that picture you took at California Adventure when I was like, oh, I know exactly where you're
Yeah.
standing. And it was a wood plank. And I was like, I know where you are.
Plank
just-
number 3 on.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was Disneyland. It was kind of easy to identify, but I knew exactly where you were in the park.
True.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's good. That's probably good standard practice for anyone posting, even if you're not like a influencer, you know, the big channel. It's just, here's the thing. We've all heard the weird stories of like, not just like stalkers and stuff, but you say something that just somehow triggers the wrong person online and it becomes like some vengeance and some mission of theirs to like find you or harass you or something.
Yeah. A lot of the Instagram influencers I follow have gone through that recently and like had to post something about
I've gone through it.
talking about
Right? I mean, I told you about that guy the other day that was trying to follow me home.
Yeah.
You know, so
was
it's
scary.
like, yeah, but I mean, it happens. And I've always kind of run through the scenario in my own mind of like, how am I going to deal with that if that happens? And it's happened before. It's going to happen again.
Yeah. That's just like one of my biggest fears, you know?
Well, yeah, especially because you'd be kind of like the innocent bystander in it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Your life has become like kind of turned upside down in a way, and like the way you have to think and stuff. But it's like, I guess you kind of have to think the way a normal person would about what they post and whatnot. Both of you, Phil as well, because he's been recognized out in public too. Like what you're willing to show and where you are just going to draw the line and be like, I'm not going to share this with like, so I don't personally share. I don't share a lot of my life, honestly. So I don't really do vlogs and stuff. If we do vlogs, it's always tech related. It's not just like, here's what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just the intimacy of losing your privacy, which all of us have to some degree. If you start posting, I know I've seemed kind of fragmented here on my thought, but I have kids that want to be influencers. And I'm so conflicted about that because of the things like we just talked about. But that's like what kids aspire to be today. Where back in our day, it was like, I wanted to be a fighter pilot for the Navy. Then I became too tall and too wide. But it's like,
It happens.
the aspirations of like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be in the military, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, I want to be famous on TikTok. And it's like, well, what are you going to do to change the world? I'm going to make TikToks. And it's like, well, what does that mean to you? I'm going to have all kinds of followers. And you start realizing like the young influencers, the online influencers now have really gotten to people in the sense of like, they aspire to be them, but there's not that. What does that mean? Them? What are they doing?
I feel like it's kind of a weak foundation because they just want this. They aren't doing something to build up towards that. It's just they kind of just want to hit that viral thing.
They want everyone to know who they are.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of these people are also ill-equipped to deal with the hate that comes with that.
Yeah, I feel like once you get to a certain point, you become scrutinized, like a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, scrutiny comes with the territory.
Yeah.
There's valid scrutiny, and then there's just troll scrutiny.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
but the problem is differentiating troll scrutiny with valid scrutiny. You know, and people a lot of times, especially young people, can't differentiate that. You know, they can't realize like, oh, this person's just jealous, or this person's just a hater. Like you go and look at their feed. Like if I get hate from someone, like real hate from someone, I don't mean like critique or criticism. I mean like hate. You go and look at their feed, and they hate on everybody. Just at that point, I'm like kind of offended, and I go, you know what? I feel bad for this guy.
It says more about them than it
Yes.
says about who they're hating on. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of projection, right?
Yeah.
Right. They just look for what they want to hate in everything, and I feel bad about that sort of thing. But that's the thing is like that person's online persona is just hate, and it makes you wonder like what are they going through in real life? Because I've also met some people that are like 180 in person versus online, and that's scary. And the biggest compliment I've ever gotten is like, dude, you're the same person, like
on and on
talking with you at this random Starbucks I ran into you at, versus like online. You're the same person.
Yeah.
You know, and I always see like people say that's really refreshing because I've met some celebrities that was just like, oh, you are short, not short height, but like you're short. You didn't want to talk to me. And I get it, the privacy thing, right?
Yeah.
No, not shallow. It's just I feel like those are people that are just like kind of like I hate my status, and so they become really like, okay, here we go. Take the picture and then off they go. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So I'm genuinely excited anytime I meet someone.
Just kind of like going through the motions.
Yeah. Because if I meet anybody online, like that's a viewer of the channel or whatever, I always stop and take my time to spend time with that person if I'm not literally in the middle of something that's urgent.
Like a workout.
I get recognized at the gym all the time, but I look at it this way. I'm like, you are one of the building blocks that's created what I have. And the least I can do is provide you some of my one-on-one attention when it's available.
Yeah.
Given how much of your attention you've given me over the years, right? So that's kind of the way I always look at it. But
I feel like, I don't know, there's a lot more filtering I have to do when I say post on social media stuff too, because
yeah, we all talk to each other a little differently than we talk to people online.
oh, totally. But like even say like car meets and stuff, I don't even share those anymore because I don't want everyone.
Look at stupid car. Why'd you do that car?
Well,
you know.
Well, it's like that, but it's like I don't want to invite people who aren't even into the cars to just come and crowd the whole place because then it gets uncomfortable.
Oh, you don't want to TJ Hunt the place?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it out.
Because if I go to a place, I just want to be. If I'm not recognized, I'd like to keep it that way and just like be treated as anyone else going to a car meet. I don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to Tanner Fox it.
I don't want to pull attention. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that's about. Those are the types of influencers though. That's all about give me the attention, and I don't like that. But I mean, but those are that type of personality is usually about I'm going to share everything about my life online. And to me, it's like the biggest advice I've given people when they are starting to grow, because I've had people approach me and be like, "Hey, my channel's starting to grow. And what advice would you have for me?" And I always tell people, leave your relationships out of it. Like, don't post about your relationships. Don't post about like, oh, I'm so happy I went on this date. You know, yada, whether you're a guy or a girl, because you need to leave something for just you.
Yeah.
Especially something like relationships. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was just really boomer of me, but.
Well, that can get complicated real quick. Or then you have to explain yourself, or
I would
all sorts of questions.
I get a little. I don't know. I like where I'm at in terms of like my social influence and all that sort of stuff. I'm not envious of any online female online influencers at all, because I feel like how we kind of get the whole like, oh, I feel like we're best friends kind of a thing. Not you and I, but like the audience versus us. Imagine if you thought like, oh, I thought I was gonna have a relationship with this girl, you know, and then they started posting about their relationship they're in. And then they're gonna be like that crazy online stalker stuff.
Yeah,
it sounds very far fetched, but it's happened.
I'm sure it's happened.
When we were in Seattle, there was that female influencer that was actually killed at a meet and greet by somebody that stalked her because
I remember that.
Weird, you know. So anyway, that got deep really fast.
Yeah, that escalated real quick. I didn't. Wow.
I told you this is the Life podcast.
Yeah.
So anyway. I'm going to kind of take things a little bit lighthearted here, a little bit, kind of lighten things up. I don't know how much this is going to apply to you, but you can at least talk about the other end of it, I guess.
Okay.
The receiving end. But has like, you and I met because of paintball, which is a hobby. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that story. We actually met because of paintball. We heavily got into games together, especially like Battlefield.
Yeah.
Right? We spent hours and hours and hours on that. Obviously, I have a tech addiction. I think it's a real thing. Tech addiction. Just like, this just scratches your like addiction itch, right? It just could be, it could be a rash. But anyway, you get heavily involved in a game or something like that. How far have you taken that? Has it gotten in the way of your life at all? Like, have you ever been like, okay, I got this paper, you're the only one of the three of us that's like graduated college, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to you with this sort of thing. Yeah, congrats. We watched you online. I remember that.
I do.
I was like, yay, it's Nick. Okay, he got his thing. Exit.
Yeah, just go.
10,000 people.
No, has it ever gotten in the way of anything? Have you been like late on a paper, or you had to like binge or cram because you were like, oh, I was playing this game or I wanted to do something?
Well, I want to answer a partial yes, because I was naturally a procrastinator in like college. I didn't like really get my stuff together.
Did you procrastinate playing that game?
No, I put the pro in procrastinator, but
so you procrastinate on the responsible stuff.
If it was schoolwork.
Okay.
But, I mean, I did fairly well. At least on my papers, because the papers I slacked off so much on the papers. I always prioritized my art stuff compared to my business stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it was like, do I want to do darkroom time or am I doing essays? And then it's like, I need to make time for myself. So I'll just take like a power nap or I'll play some games. Then I'll get back to essays. But before like,
so was gaming the problem, or was it just a vice while procrastination was just your problem?
I think it was mainly just procrastinate. The more I think about it, because I always had like a baseline out of high school of homework first, then play. But eventually, like it stretched.
I never had that.
Oh
no, I was just like, I'm gonna game, and ask for more time.
Oh yeah, no, I established the habit of homework.
Dude, I came up
work first, and then I could play as much as one afterwards.
I came up with so many excuses as to why my reports were late.
Oh,
like for English class or whatever.
Oh,
how many times did the dog eat your homework?
Never. But we did have random floods and stuff like that. I bet they started asking for proof.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you start getting flagged for your work.
Yeah,
I didn't
a little bit.
I didn't hit that.
I'm trying to think of like, are you addicted to anything? Any answer other than me is wrong.
Whoa.
No, I'm trying to see like, because you don't have. Okay, you're not into tech.
No, I'm not into tech. I'm not into gaming. I guess you could say like.
Yes, but I'm sure a lot of people right now
are like on my phone.
Okay, yeah, you are addicted to your phone. Okay, a few episodes ago we talked about like what's a healthy screen time, right? To put it, I was thinking of you.
All right.
I was thinking of you. Okay,
I know.
compare
Hold
screen
on.
times right now. What is
Okay.
it? Let's see.
Forgot where to find mine. Hold on.
Just type screen time up in your search.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, we're going by daily averages.
All right.
Oh crap, mine's up over the last week. Okay, whatever. Nick, what's your daily average on your screen time?
I'm searching. Hold up. Screen time.
You guys are so slow at searching on your phone.
Yeah.
My bad. Daily average is, well, it just went up 3 minutes. I was at 4 hours, 14 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my daily average.
4:14.
Yeah.
Yours?
Oh, 4:45. It's good right now.
That's good.
For
You
me, that's good.
You spend 5/8 of a work day on your phone.
I think she gets to choose when her what her actual addiction is.
Okay, well, I have 3 hours and 39 minutes. It's not that much less than you guys, but it's up 12% from last week, so I'm not happy about that.
Oh, I'm up 9%.
I'm down 8%.
Wow. Wow. Oh, no. Anyway.
Oh, dear.
But I can talk about that from another aspect of how your addiction to gaming affected. Yeah.
Lies.
License slander.
Stop catering to the audience.
What do you say, what is about his daily time on YouTube would be?
Oh,
yeah, that would be a good indicator. I have no way of
okay, how about this? Do you ever
that.
actually see me on YouTube at home?
Occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally. Do you know why? Because the last thing I want to freaking do with my free time is be on YouTube when I'm doing it all day.
But you probably look at it here.
Oh, yeah.
No, all we watch here are fail videos.
But that
right?
counts. You're watching something on YouTube.
Okay,
You
wait a
didn't
minute.
say
Wait,
it had
time
to
out.
be-
Time out. No, wrong button. Wait. Dang it, I don't have a. I need a.
Yeah,
Okay,
like a whistle.
time out. Do you have? And you are my proof and my witness on this.
Okay.
How many times have I been saying like, I don't know what I want to do today? We watch an hour of fail videos and I got it. Stupid experiment. Let's go, and it turns into a great video.
That and sometimes military documentaries.
I don't see how those are related, but yeah, I guess.
We
Those
didn't
are
say
in
where
between.
you're.
Yeah, those are scattered in between the fail videos.
Well, I watch military history documentaries, like battle documentaries and stuff,
Yeah.
right? But it's weird because it's weird. I find inspiration in the weirdest ways.
Yeah, I'll agree.
It's work related.
Okay.
It's research. No, there's been a lot of times I've watched some stupid like fail video and they were doing some stupid experiment. I'm like, oh, hold my beer. We got this. And then next thing we know, we're blowing up water loops with an air compressor, or having curdled milk backfire in my face.
Yeah, never again. We now know.
Well, apparently that's common knowledge. Like we've already covered that.
Well, it's common to us now, so we're part of the team.
Okay, but you were starting to say something about. Well, actually, he asked you about how much time I spend on YouTube.
Yeah. On YouTube, like I said, it's probably sporadic now. I mean, at home, it's not on all the time. Your daughter probably spends more time watching YouTube
Both of
at
them.
home than you.
Both
But
of them.
yeah. I was going with like the gaming addictions and how that affected like
Okay,
our
but
relationship.
how has it been? Let's say in the last 2 years.
Oh, way better than when Michaela was a baby. Or
Okay.
even when Maddie was a baby.
So even when you were pregnant, because
With the last kid?
no, our oldest.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I know that was terrible.
That was during the WoW addiction, the World of Warcraft addiction. Okay, I get a free pass on that one. That game is designed to do what it did. I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my gaming addiction.
I'm
Can I
telling you,
counter
there's got to
that?
be statistics that say how many divorces that game has caused
Oh,
or
God.
relationship.
Probably
Issues.
countless.
Like-
Personally, WoW for me is really hard to get into, even when we were doing the 3-month trial, like the triple boost, EXP boost or whatever.
That's because you didn't make it to endgame. The true addiction for World of Warcraft comes to the gear grind at endgame.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean leveling. If you're not the kind of person that likes the adventure, then leveling is gonna bother you or bore you. I'm not I don't sit there and read all the quests. I don't care about the lore. I would just get through leveling as fast as possible. I'd like literally find the most efficient routes and go to like Wowhead and read guides and like here's the fastest route for leveling
Okay.
to get to the end game. Where then raiding and PvP became the thing that truly addicted me to the game.
Gotcha.
So and I spent 8 years of my life on that game.
Easily.
The first time I quit, I sold the account, got good money for it because I had like high level characters with gladiator rank and all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
And then was like, oh man, brought another copy of the game, leveled it all up again. That's the one I still have, but I haven't played it in forever. The problem is when you go from being truly addicted to a game like that, once I broke that addiction, I can't truly get addicted by any game again. Like even World of Warships, which is admittedly the game I have the most hours in since then, doesn't hook me like that
Same.
game.
Because I think the ranking system is capped too. Because once you peak, you're done until the next season, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's rewards and flags and stuff you get for it. But to me, that game wasn't about. I started to realize, like, after like tier 4 or 5, I'm like, oh, this isn't a grind. There's no reason to grind a tier 10. It's about enjoying the battle type, right? I'm driving this historic boat and I'm shooting shells at another historic boat. Let's sink it, right?
Yeah.
It's like this. It became fun. Like each match is a game. Like that's the game, not the game is the whole grind. No, it's each match. I treat each match like a game, which is why I can get in there, play 2-3 matches, and be done. Sometimes I get in there and I spend a weekend on it. You know, so but I feel like once you are truly addicted to a game, as soon as you break that addiction, like truly break it to where everyone's quit a game. And how many times have you uninstalled and reinstalled Rocket League?
A lot.
Okay.
But it's
But why do you bring it back?
Usually because of the cosmetics.
You're such a different breed than me.
Well, legit, I wanted to see what the F1 skin looked like. That's why you saw me on it like this week, because they have F1 cars. I'm like,
yeah,
I want to see what they look like. It's like, oh, I'm not. When I get to that point, I have to remind myself, I hated this game. I'm not going to play it as often as I think I'm going to play. I don't need to buy it.
It was only fun when we screwed around in private matches with friends.
Yeah.
Like, let's do giant puck with lightweight and no gravity kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, just play with friends was fun, but I had to sit down and remind myself, sitting in the store, like, okay, I really, really hated PvP, like just doing competitive.
But see, for me, once I broke the gaming addiction, I could become addicted to any game again. It became like, wow, I actually completed a game. Like one of the first games I completed
was Tomb Raider, right?
No. After breaking the World of Warcraft addiction was BioShock.
Oh, okay.
And then the next game I actually played to end after that was Tomb Raider, which took me forever. And then after that was Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
So
you beat Cyberpunk before me.
Yeah.
Or you got more endings before me.
I have more endings before you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't even binge that game. I'd get how long would I play? An hour or two at a time?
Probably a little bit more than that, but yeah.
When I would set aside time, and usually it was like, hey, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk tonight for a few hours. Do you care? And it's usually like, no. Or hey, but you promised the girls you were gonna watch a movie or whatever. And then she'll remind me like, hey, you had a thing. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I mean,
nothing sucked you in as much as WoW. Since I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the only other time sink type game I could really think of before that obviously was EverQuest. And then I think a lot of people get sucked into like Elder Scrolls and Skyrim and all that. And I never was into those games. So, I mean, there's still like this dedicated hardcore fan base for like Skyrim.
Oh, yeah.
And how old is that game now?
A lot.
You know?
It's ancient by today's standards. But there's even like, I remember reading something that they modded Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3, into Skyrim. So it had the new engine and everything. Or something like that. They basically brought Morrowind into it. So I guess that increases the replay value of Skyrim, which was kind of neat, in my opinion.
Yeah. World of Warcraft sort of did the same thing, where over time, the engine improved, you know, which I think kept a lot of people going. Because, I mean, the game came out in, 2004? So, yeah, it was obviously like, if it still played like a 2004 game, it would never have kept people. Like, obviously, RuneScape, which is like a browser-based game, terrible graphics. But
I remember that.
But people are still like diehard hooked to that game. EverQuest, still diehard players of that game. That game's going on like 20 years old. So it's like, or maybe even older than 20 years now. But there's still people hooked on it because those are the folks that are truly more about, it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay.
Is that about the lore though on games like that? Like, is that what?
I don't know. I mean, there are diehard lore players for World of Warcraft. Those are the folks that you'll probably find them on like RP servers and stuff because they care more about like role playing the RPG part of the game. But they also care about all the lore, and they're the same people that will tell Blizzard why they're wrong on their own lore. Because they'll find all the contradictory stuff.
Yeah,
because it's Star Wars has contradictions all over it, right?
Yeah,
everything that's got a long enough story that's written on the fly, like as it goes, obviously is going to have things that are they contradict themselves. But
keep track of your story, man.
True. Have you had like an instance of I think it's called revenge procrastination, where if you don't hit your window of time to play by doing something else, like say watching a movie with kids, do you add that extra time towards the end of the day anyways to get your full amount of time into play? No,
my problem is I don't stay up late that much.
Okay.
I don't really stay up late. Like, I mean, how many times were you up to like 2 or 3 in the morning playing a game?
Oh, I catch myself sometimes.
No, now, but younger.
Oh, well, younger. I was in bed by like 11 tops.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought there were times you would play games like all night long till the sun came up.
Oh yeah, no, that was during lockdown when.
No, recent even. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty recent. Like
I couldn't do that. Like I've never been able to play a game all night long like that.
I think because during lockdown,
Like, okay, yes, Warcraft. And that was the first time, and then even since then, like now I can't. If I'm like, okay, it's 9:30, I can start to play a game. Sometimes I'll load it, and I'll just look at the menu, and I'm like,
no,
I don't have time to start this, and then I'll just shut it down.
I think the earliest time I've stayed up playing a game and not realize it was morning was probably Civilization.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Civilization 4. I was playing with my cousins or something. Then I'm playing in my room at the time because I had my whole computer set up in my room, and that's a habit I broke too. I realized I will play more and spend time playing more if I keep everything in the room. So if I had it in a separate room and I have to actually get out, like away from my bed to do stuff, I spend less time.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, I think maybe I agree because I find that like, because I used to play Warcraft in our bedroom because the only place I had to put a computer, and she was like, the game's keeping me up because it was all loud. I'm all banging on the keyboard because I was PvPing.
And you get pissed off and yelled and threw them and
It's like, God damn it! And then she's like, oh, God, I'm trying to sleep. You don't understand. I just lost 200 rank. You know,
Yeah.
or 20 rank points or whatever, right? Rating points, but still. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I think a lot of people in the chat could probably agree that there is going to be some level of addiction that gets in the way of things and whatever.
Okay, so y'all kind of touched on this a little bit ago about like being recognized in public and how this channel has kind of affected you or whatever, but do you have anything else to say on that topic about how life has kind of been different since?
I think you have a lot to say about that. I mean, yeah, obviously life is different. I mean, you go from consumer to creator, right? Okay, let me ask you this. What's it like being married to me? Be honest. No, not about me, but like being married to the business.
It's weird, like, because we've been together so long, that wasn't
21 years.
a part of our relationship for a very long time. So it's, weird when you get recognized in public. Like, now our kids are old enough to make their own friends, and now their parents know who you are, and that's weird degrees of...
Some of their friends know who I am.
Oh, that's true. Some of our oldest daughter's friends know who you are. But yeah, that's a little awkward.
Yeah, you were telling me a story once, like, just random happenstance. You were like at a friend's house or talking to a friend or something like that, and like the husband knew who I was or something.
Mm-hmm. Just recently, the play date I was at, the husband knows who you are, and her brother-in-law, because they're both in the tech world.
So
like,
they already
IT
knew,
for their
though. It's
job.
not like, and I know for a fact it doesn't come up in conversation. Like, yeah, do you like computers? Do you know who my husband is? Like, I guarantee you never do that.
No, I don't.
What I think is weird is the way my first, not my first FedEx guy, but like when I had the channel going and I started getting stuff from brands like early on, like 2013.
In the garage?
No, at the old house.
Oh, okay.
My FedEx delivery there, my driver has followed us to like 3 homes now, not on purpose, just by like random.
Oh,
He
he
always gets our route, no matter where we've moved.
And we've moved far enough away. Those routes are nowhere near each other. And it's just like, oh my God. Now it's just like, I love having a consistent UPS driver like that because he knows, like, he takes care of the packages. He knows when we're home. He knows when we're not. He knows where to hide them. Like he'll buzz the ring and I'll talk to him over the ring if I have to. It's been great in that aspect. But yeah, he was a follower. I have a picture of him on my Instagram. If you go way back on my Instagram to when I first started riding, doing cycling and riding like stupid miles, which I can't do anymore because I'm fat and overweight. You'll find me. I took a picture with him. I was like, even the UPS guy watches the channel. That's our same UPS guy, and we've moved twice since then.
Our FedEx guy was looking you up the other day.
Well, that's because sometimes, and I hate when shippers do this, they'll put my name.
Well,
and
he
then,
was the one you were chatting with, so you would kind of like talk to him about like.
Well, I remember one day he was like, "So what do you do?" I guess he's like, "I got so many of these packages coming here," but I explained it then. But what I hate is sometimes they'll put the channel name on the label.
That's true.
And I'm like, I know how many people like handle this package as it goes through. All I need is some random person being like, "Oh, that's his address."
Right?
I mean, that's the last thing you need, but it happens. It happens. It's funny because remember the old house. We moved. and a package from a vendor because they didn't update their records like we tell everyone because, some vendors are stupid.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it went to that home.
Yeah.
That person, because they put my channel name on the package, looked me up on Instagram, DM'd me on Instagram and was like, I live in your old house and I have a package.
Actually, they called you on your phone.
That's
or
right. They
texted
called
you
me.
because you hit some random hole where Instagram had regenerated posting business phone numbers.
Yes.
And since
And
yours was
I-
posted for a small amount of time.
Yeah, and then I removed it. But yeah, it's like, it was kind of funny because I was just like, okay, they texted me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'd like to come get that. And then it ended up not being anything important. But, but yeah, I was just really weird. So, I mean, okay, how has your life changed?
That's really. I made some friends through it.
Do you get excited about any of the computer stuff anymore?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Well, the stuff that's coming down to shoot.
Okay.
Recently.
That's okay. That's a major contrast between you and me.
Because it's cross branding too, technically.
Okay, yeah, but the fact that you even get excited about any of it anymore really shows how different it is from your involvement in it and like your responsibilities within the company versus how long I've been doing this, and I'm jaded.
Oh.
The audience will tell me I'm jaded, and they're absolutely right. Because I used to, like, when I first started, no, before that even, I would go buy a mid-range graphics card, and she would say I'd go to back at that time it was like PC Club, like way
Yeah.
before like
Yeah.
Mike's PC Club. I am like speeding home. I am like, throwing my keys out on the table, and I'm like ripping packaging open to get it open as fast as I can because I wanted to smell it. I wanted to get into the computer. I wanted to get it going because I wanted to like upgrade all the graphics settings on all my games. So I'm like, I got a new graphics card. This is awesome. Now it's just like, put it in the pile. I mean, and that's not being ungrateful. It's just when it's your job.
Yeah.
Do you think mechanics that work on F1, every time they see the car, they're like, "Oh my God, I am so excited"? No, it's
Honestly,
just like, what do we gotta fix now?
I think their first day or their first year on the job is probably like the honeymoon period, because that was me work in like back in the automotive industry. Is like, oh, we get built GTRs, like I get to look at and order parts for and stuff, and help customers like build up their cars. And like towards the end, it's like, oh, cool, another GTR build, great. Ooh,
Yeah.
here's the path, like this.
All right, it's cookie cutter or whatever,
So how would you say that your views, like, if any, have changed on tech related objects? I mean, you said kind of jaded, or like gaming in particular since.
Oh, you're way more critical of games now.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm more critical. I've expanded my horizons because I find like all the wacky games now. Like I was playing Maneater yesterday.
I know. Both Phil and I were like, we look over because I mean Phil and I were doing something. He was playing a game, and we look over and we're like, I was like, what the? Are you a fish? And he was like, yeah, I'm a shark. It's Maneater. I'm like, what? And the whole point is to level up your shark. Because you called it a shark PG.
Yeah.
Right? And so your whole point is to eat people and things.
Yeah.
Is this a phone game or a computer game?
No, a computer
It's
game.
a computer game.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think she might want to play it.
it's loaded up. We could play after this.
What's the
I'll
last
check
game
that
you've
out.
actually played?
Last game I tried to
Oh,
play.
I guess Warcraft would be it, huh?
I tried to play Warcraft for a minute.
For the record, I set her up on my second account, which had all heirlooms, and then she liked it because she could literally like
I like
you're
killing
dead.
people.
You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's where we have something in common on the Venn diagram, like killing people. It's like oh.
Hey, there's an algorithm here.
Oh.
No, but before that though, was there any? Because I can't remember any game.
I don't do
You don't
games.
even play mobile games on your phone.
We did like Wii Bowling and Wii Sports, like when we had that for a minute.
For, like, a
but I
minute.
didn't really play anything really. Like Duck Hunt and Mario when I was a kid on the
You're
Super
aging
NES.
us. You're aging us.
I mean, those are still pretty cool.
Yeah, I had it. I remember I had that in the box NES Power Pack set, whatever that I sold, but
Yeah, for a camera.
it still had the. I needed the.
Addiction.
Look what that camera has created.
It did. I
It
mean,
did.
That was the steps
That's
to
the
this.
camera that led to the. Because I was like, I need a better camera for this channel. You're welcome. Anyway, no, it's funny because that box set still had the warranty card unfilled out in it and the poster.
wow.
Yeah, it was like everything brand new in the box.
Yeah, and and the console itself wasn't beige faded yet. It was still gray.
I think. Oh yeah. Wow. I think today though, I would consider I'm still jaded. There's very few things I get hyped about, but I'm kind of almost there. Like, oh hey, new graphics card. Kind of like, oh, it's in the pile. We can reach it because I've also kind of been spoiled by you. Like,
yeah, but that's what I was wondering. That's what I was kind of wondering with this topic. Like, are you going to be like, yeah, I was really excited, but now, you saw like a lot of the testing I was doing today.
Yeah.
And it's just like repetitive.
Yeah.
Boring.
It's like,
Okay, cool. Write the numbers down.
Yeah, write the numbers. But that's blessing and a curse because it's cool that we have the opportunity to do that. We get to play with the cool tech and stuff, and we get to share that data with everyone. But it isn't like everyone else has that same opportunity.
Right.
But it gets to a point of, okay, this is what we're doing. It does become a job at that point.
Right.
But you kind of just have to remind yourself, like, hey, this is a very unique position to be in.
Right. And that's why I don't even hide the fact that I am jaded. That doesn't change my opinion about something, but I'm jaded in that that excitement I described about wanting to like speed home as fast as I can, or like getting notification that package was delivered. Like, I got 4 more hours of work. I don't feel so good. I need to go home,
Or saving up all your money to buy that one graphics card, like money that you probably needed for something else.
Yeah. Has it ever gotten in the way of your finances? Not you. I mean, has it ever gotten in the way of our finances? Be honest.
Yes, it has. Many times in the beginning, I mean, before the channel, when you were like, I need to upgrade and it's going to cost this much money, and you didn't have any money that
there's how much it costs to upgrade, and then there's how much I told her it costs to upgrade.
Yes.
Oh.
And I know those were not the same.
F in chat if you've ever done that. It also only cost like $1,000 to build that 68 Camaro we're doing, which she's calling her car, by the way.
Sure.
Legit only done that with car parts.
Not.
I've only said that with car parts.
That's because you don't want to hear the lecture from your mom.
Well, I get the whole balance lecture. It's like, you gotta do something else. Like, okay, and then me coming back with boxes of drones. I'm like, this is me now.
Mom, it releases endorphins. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm outside and getting vitamin D.
You know what else releases endorphins? Yard work. Get going.
Wow. Okay.
No, I know your mom makes you do yard work, so.
Yeah.
Nick, there's weeds in the backyard.
Yard work usually means, oh, I'm going to fire up the grill. So
okay,
there's win-win.
Look at all those Fs.
Yeah. They can
relate. Yeah.
There's what it costs to upgrade, and then there's what you tell them it costs to upgrade.
There's unrealized costs,
Yeah.
and then there's actual costs.
Mostly for golf, we've been there too.
Yeah. But that goes back to a couple weeks ago. We talked about hobby of the month. Now, here's the thing. Golf is not a hobby of my month. It is. I've played golf since I was 8. But I go through stints of like not playing for a long time and then going, okay, I want to play. Wow, I'm really rusty. I should take lessons again. Taking lessons from a pro. Being like, I'm good again. Getting really into it. Buying a new driver. It's always like, I need a new driver. This one doesn't hit far enough. Never mind the fact that, a proper golfer can take a 30-year-old driver without any of today's tech and outdrive you, because it's all about technique, not about the head of the driver.
It's all in the hips.
Yeah, the head of the driver, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Happy Gilmore. No, it's, the driver head might give you a few extra yards, right, based on tech and the ball type. But yeah, so.
I mean, I'm kind of realizing that I haven't done a lot of RC. I haven't been heavy into RC until now. So at this point, I'm kind of in.
Speaking of hobby of the month, why don't you give them the update?
Oh, no, they don't need to know.
They need to know.
No, they'll know when they know.
His keyboard's on the way. We've been giving him a hard time about that for weeks because he was like, I'm going to do custom keyboards. It took so long for his order to even be confirmed that he's going to get it that he got into drones in the meantime and doesn't care about keyboards anymore.
Yeah. It's honestly, I might just like sell the keyboard when it comes in.
That was hobby of the moment. That wasn't even hobby of the month.
He didn't even have the said thing to try it.
I have the switches at home waiting to go in.
Can you sell it for more than you bought it for? Probably, because it's available now.
Depends. I mean, I think I could break even on it.
Anything that you have to wait to get, like if you get it and it's brand new, and if you had to wait weeks or months to get it, if you take that thing and like, I haven't even used this, and you resell it, yes, it's called scalping, people. You can sell it for more right then and there. Now be reasonable with how much you're going to mark it up, like 10%, some of that, not 200% like we're saying.
Well, yeah, after I throw the switches, it'll be a full board ready to use.
Okay, take the price of the keyboard, the price of the switches, add 15% and sell it for that.
And the keycaps.
take everything you had to pay for to build it,
All the pieces.
And
add it up,
the coil cable.
yeah, add it up, take that price, go in a calculator, do times 1.15, and sell it for that. It'll sell. I guarantee it.
We'll see. I want to at least try to enjoy it because I've been waiting so long for it, you know?
Jay, meanwhile, but the second you put it together and start typing on it, every
Use
click,
now.
every click, the price goes down.
Whatever. I mean, I still want to try it. I need to like, okay, this is the experience I've been waiting X amount of months for.
How many months?
Probably, I pre-ordered like in December.
Dude.
January-ish. Yeah, 5
That's
months.
why you don't pre-order. Do not pre-order.
Well, I have to
That's a
reserve.
long
It was a
time.
$70 reservation, so I put that in, and then the full payment was 100, or 12 was 100. So, yeah.
All right. Well, you just segued us perfectly into rants because I'm mad now.
6 months.
The fact that you pre-ordered.
I'm a very patient person. It's hard to make me angry, but when I'm angry, I'm angry.
Oh, when you're angry, it's funny.
Okay.
Because it's usually this. What's the matter? You want to talk about?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're mad, and that's it.
Yeah. I won't talk to people about it. I just keep. I'll just keep.
I just bottle it up inside.
Yeah.
What could go wrong if I keep pressing it way down? He hasn't reached it.
figured it out yet.
No, he hasn't. He's still compressing.
No, it's
Here,
those,
there's gonna be a rapid Nick decompression day.
The volcano is about to erupt. It can only hold so much pressure.
And you know what he's
as
gonna
we
do
tell
when
our
when
daughter.
it happens? He's gonna go.
and you're gonna be able to get all your system of like, yeah, I'm fine.
You've witnessed both Phil and I break controllers. He just goes.
I just, yeah, it's a mental thing though. I just gotta sort it out, you know.
When I saw him playing Rocket League the other day, I looked over and I was like, "Oh, wow, you're playing Rocket League." He's like, "Mm-hmm." A couple minutes later, I looked over at the desktop and I was like, "Wait, I thought you uninstalled Rocket League." He goes, "I just did again." I was like, "Oh,
That
okay."
lasted long.
All right. Speaking of rants, Nick, what's your rant this week?
Well, it's more from personal experience from being the YouTube life kind of deal, but I think people not in the industry or in the YouTube world have to reconsider that we're still people too. So you don't.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
We're machines.
Well, just stop getting in my DMs about getting stuff and asking me for stuff and whatnot related to the industry, because that's my personal.
Yeah.
That's like my profile. It doesn't say like this is a business profile. This is the stuff I decided to share with you. That doesn't mean you approach me.
And the whole like, can you ask Jay?
Yeah, I hate being the message forwarder. That's another pet peeve.
I just don't forward them.
You've gotten them before.
I've gotten them before.
Yeah.
You've also gotten, please tell your husband to unblock me.
I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. I'm like, well, if he blocked you, you probably did.
No, I've never blocked anyone, in my opinion, that didn't deserve it. Now, your opinion and my opinion may not agree, but guess what? My feed and my opinion are the only ones that matter. So if I blocked
you
you,
have every right to block them.
if I blocked you, it's on purpose. Had a really awkward encounter with someone at LTX 2019. Someone waited in that big line because remember the line to meet and greet talk with people was like what, 4 hours long, 3 hours long, something like that.
Well, it kept ebbing and flowing, but yeah, you like.
I think I asked someone once. I asked some. Well, yeah, I stood there all day, but I asked someone once how long they stood in line. They said like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some of that. But anyway, the guy waited in line. Came up to me and he was like, "I didn't really want to say anything other than will you unblock me on Twitter?" No,
I waited 4 hours
no.
to
I went. Okay, why did I block you? He goes, I don't know. So I went, let's find out. You can take a person's Twitter handle and your Twitter handle and put them together in the search. It'll show you every interaction you ever had. I'm like, oh, that's why I blocked you. And I showed him the like shit thing he wrote. Oh, I gotta take it right. I said S word.
Oh,
And he was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I was having a bad day. And it's like, well, there you go. There's your reason. Reread that. Would you say that to your mom? And it's like, no. It was a really awkward conversation, but it happened.
You know, that's a good thing you kind of had it though, because
Yeah, I showed him right then and there why I blocked him.
but didn't you
Yeah.
unblock him after that?
I
He
did.
Apologized.
Yeah, you were standing there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I told him, I was like, okay, I'm gonna unblock you, but you act like a douche again. You're blocked again. I've never like gone at someone. I respond to people the way they respond to me. So if you come at me like a jerk, I'm gonna be a jerk back to you. Right? I don't do the whole turn the other cheek shit.
Some people say I'm an angel. Some people
God,
say I'm a jerk, and they're both right.
Yeah, there was that man quote that was like, something. forgot it. I read it to you. It was a good one.
I heard that one.
Dang it. All right. So can we all just let people like what they want to like? I'm so sick. And it doesn't matter. There is no untouched topic by this oppositional defiance, right? It's a new term I learned, and so I'm like using it everywhere.
Oh, big boy words.
Yes.
You post a thing you're excited about, and someone's like, that's stupid, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't care if you think it's stupid. I'm excited about it, and I'm sharing my excitement.
Yeah.
Well, you don't share it if you don't want the bad response. It's like, no, I can still share something and you not be a dick. Okay, here. God.
I think like the ground rule for internet interactions to be
There is no ground rule because it's anonymous.
Okay.
And that's the difference between us and those people. We put our faces and our names out there. They hide behind a damn screen tag knowing no one's going to know who they are.
Yeah. I feel kids today won't even know like the
He said kids today. He's
He
old.
did. I know. You should have to drink for that.
okay, like back in the day, LAN parties, we trash talk each other. Like we go across, shake hands, whatever. But like that, like you won't say some things you won't say in front of people, like in person, but you do it online.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, because you totally act different in person than you do online.
yeah,
No, like especially if you're a hater. Most of the time, you don't have the balls to talk to someone the way you would online.
but
And
that's what gives people power. But
right, but Phil, I wish Phil was here right now. I know he's listening to the show. So when we were at DreamHack, we had the unfortunate privilege of being there during a Fortnite tournament.
oh, whack.
So upstairs in the upper level, like in the main stage, were the pros. But there was an open invitational down below, which is where we were.
Oh.
So I guess there was like $250,000 of prizes on the line, right? And you could win a spot to go up. But everyone down below was like tryhards, beyond tryhard. And trust me, the stereotype, like, no, not all Fortnite players are this way. Not all WoW players are fat beard neck dudes, right? But we all have a stereotype in our mind of a certain game and whatever, and the way that people look and behave. Mm-hmm. They met it. Okay. And Phil and I were getting irritated as hell because behind us was a guy that was like, like constantly. Like anytime he died, it was like the game was broken. No, cheater, is yelling and stuff, right?
Hey, don't let the fact that you suck keep you from winning.
But it's keeping them from winning. So anyway, I finally started mimicking him back. Now we're back to back.
Yeah.
As close as you and I are.
Oh, dude.
So every time he was like, yeah, I went, yeah. And after like the third or fourth time, he was like, shut up. And I turned around and I said, hey, you know the difference between you, me, and someone online? I can actually hit you right now, dude. And then he was just like, he put his head down and started, and he like got up and walked away. But yeah, Phil was there. He saw it.
Dang.
I was like, yeah, the difference between you, me, and someone online is I can hit you.
Yeah.
And he just like, he wouldn't turn around and face me. But I kept doing it. Anytime he kept making stupid remarks, I kept doing it, hoping that he would maybe like grow a pair, but he didn't.
Oh, shame. But yeah, that's
Fortnite.
I think oftentimes they get
That's my
so,
rage. Fortnite.
just get so stuck in the like moment.
That comment right there, Jay's wife be like, straight face, straight face. You've seen me versus public before.
I have.
yeah.
Well,
I used to have a very
today
short
when I
temper.
told you my interaction in public, you're like, God, why am I there to yell at
I
him?
was like, why am I never there when this stuff happens? And then we realized it's because I'm there usually.
Yeah, if you're there, it wouldn't have happened.
I'm a nice guy. I'm a really nice guy. But you cross the line, I'm not a nice guy anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care about your feelings. I'm not a nice guy. And there becomes a point where like you cross that line too far, you're gonna get a wrath. And here's the thing, oh, Jay's just a stupid guy, blah blah blah. No, don't screw with me, okay? I've handled my anger issues, but every now and then I get that little tremble, and I get that little heat in the back of my throat.
Oh, you get the
The shark guy is like back in my head. Just,
you get
F someone up if I have
to. The John Wick. You have the sledgehammer to dig out the.
Oh yeah, look at my hand's like shaking right now just thinking about that adrenaline I would get when I had really bad anger problems. But anyway, Jay's too aggro. Oh, dude, epic boss mode, mythic plus. Anyway, I'm really interested as to what you find makes you mad tech wise. That's a hard one for you because you're not like a techie.
I'm not like a techie. Things that don't work the way they're supposed to.
Okay.
Sites that won't load. Like lately, the smart
First world problems incoming.
First world problems incoming. We got
Totally
a smart
understandable.
refrigerator. And I had him set up his profile
That
on
is
the
her favorite
smart
piece of tech right
refrigerator
now.
first before he left that day for work. Then you had to set up all the other profiles. Said refrigerator only wants to sync with first profile and account set up, and he wasn't there. So I had to delete him from the fridge, and then once I
She
figured
deleted me
that
from
out
her
an
life
hour
is what she
later,
did.
and I deleted him from the fridge.
I got a
was able to
notification
set up
and then
the
I sent her a
rest.
screenshot. I'm like, why does it say that I've been removed? Are we still together? I mean, it says I've been removed. So
It isn't like the sticky note on the fridge that says this isn't working.
Right.
But it looks like it's
Yeah.
working when you open the door.
yeah.
I could probably set you up a profile now,
Well, no,
but
okay.
it has to be synced to me to be able to.
See the Google Calendar or whatever.
Well, I haven't even figured that out yet
Oh.
because I'm iPhone, so I have to sync this
Pleb.
to Google or
People on iPhone are so
Microsoft or
stupid.
something first before Samsung will speak to it.
Oh,
All three of us have the same phone. Twinsies, triplets,
triplets.
Yeah.
trippies. No, so you want, like I said, you want to sync. You can, by the way, and we'll go over it this weekend. You can
He's my
sync.
tech support.
You can sync iCalendar with Google, and then
Well,
you
that-
and then you can take the Google Calendar, which is synced with your iCal, and then you can get it onto the fridge. But the reason why the Samsung refrigerator does not support Apple Calendar is because Apple and Samsung have been suing each other for like 15 years now. No, actually, it's been more like what since 2000 iPhone 5, I think it is.
Okay.
So they've been suing each other over design patents. Like Apple was like, no, we patented the square with rounded edges. And so we're suing Samsung because their phone has rounded edges. Like literally, I'm not kidding.
I mean, when you have that much money to throw around, I guess you could be that petty.
So I talked about this once on a Tech Addiction. I used to have a show on here called Tech Addiction. Remember that? It was like
Yeah,
a weekly news
yeah.
show. And I would do like stupid little skits to like mimic how stupid these corporations are. Like just stupid. It's like these are the world's stupidest people running these companies. And then they hired the world's stupidest lawyers to represent them. So anyway, the way it basically goes is like Apple sues Samsung over stupid design, like visual design, right?
Mm-hmm.
Samsung countersues Apple for also something really stupid, like the like a button, all right? But then at the end of the day, after they're done throwing dirt at each other in court, it's basically like, hey, we still on for dinner tonight? Yeah, about 7 o'clock. Okay, I'll probably be a little bit late. I got to drop the kids off at the grandma's house. You know, because Apple still, at the time, was still buying all of Samsung's CPUs for their phones.
Just like an FU, I'll see you tomorrow kind of deal.
Right, but Apple finally developed the A processor and got away from Samsung. But during all of that, Apple was still buying Samsung logic.
So it was just a really bad relationship, a toxic relationship.
Yeah, it's like double date.
Yeah.
Right. So the wife and the wife get along, but the husbands don't. So it's kind of like that.
Oh,
right.
okay.
It's stupid. I also found out for some reason that the AMG doesn't have CarPlay. I that's weird to me. I don't care. I mean,
Well, I kind of get it because I've been looking at used cars, but one of my criteria is it has to either have like Bluetooth or like Apple CarPlay.
well, the thing with Bluetooth is like if it doesn't have CarPlay, then the app maps and all that stuff won't sync with the car's dash.
Oh yeah.
But-
Mine has CarPlay. Why doesn't yours?
I don't know. You have to show me where it's at because I went through all the apps and it's not there. Yes, you can show me where something in my car is.
Tech related.
You get to
Oh
be
my
tech
gosh, I know
support. Oh
something
my
you don't
gosh.
know.
You know, people just went, oh my God, they both have AMGs.
Yeah, more first world problems, I guess.
What did I say? CEO of the house needs a CEO vehicle.
Yes.
Spoiled wife, spoiled husband. You spoil your wife hard enough, she stops asking how much the toys cost that you buy. So
Happy wife, happy husband.
I just said that. Happy husband if wife listened to husband.
Oh my gosh.
You see that face? That's.
I was thinking
I'm gonna
about what
jack
you
him
were
up later.
saying earlier about listen when a man speaks.
No,
That's what
I
went
didn't
through my
say that.
head.
Oh my God.
You were quoting someone.
Yes,
that
I
you
was
heard.
quoting Ralphie May. And I was saying it was funny. That probably. Wait, let me back up here for a second.
I'm gonna go.
She likes Ralphie May. Don't you start.
You
Okay.
had me watch it. It was funny, but
Yes, I was saying I love his politically incorrect comedy. It was the best thing. I was very sad we never got to see him in person. But I was saying like he was talking about how like okay, what I'm about to say right now is gonna make some of you girls out in the audience want to stand up, get a little mouthy, maybe get a little lippy, but I want you to hush up because a man's talking. So I told McKaylin that joke and she was like, I don't get it. But anyway, so.
yeah.
But anyway, so Yeah, but the way she said it, yeah, you told me the other day how shut up a man's talking. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes. Someone's going to clip that and there's going to be like, cancel Jay because he's chauvinistic.
It wasn't aimed at me. It was repeating someone else.
Jeez, I so quickly right there had to be like, whoa. Like that time we were at dinner at Brian's, not current Brian, but my.
Oh, yeah. When we met
quick
Tom
embarrassing.
Rob.
Yes, quick embarrassing story. I was introduced, like my best friend growing up, introduced me to a good friend of his who happened to be a sheriff. Okay. He was like, come over to my house. My sheriff friend's coming over with his girlfriend. We're going to have dinner. And this was like, she was probably what, 3 years old, 4 years old? Maybe 4, maybe 5. So we're talking
3.
So we're talking like almost 10 years ago, right? So anyway, he comes over, we're having dinner and stuff like that. And my oldest, like when she was little, man, you remember, you knew her. She was a terror. And here's the thing. Kids that are terrors know exactly how far they can push things in public because they were like, I know my parents aren't going to do anything about it. Mm-hmm. So she was just being like true to form, just being rambunctious and jumping around and wouldn't sit down at the table and was being loud and talking over people and just being obnoxious, right? Like more obnoxious than a normal 4 or 5-year-old, whatever it is, would be. I think she was about 4. No, she had to have been older. Besides the point, I finally went, if you don't stop, hey, I'm going to have to spank you. I'm going to give you a spanking. And she's like, okay, whatever, and then she's doing her thing. And then finally I was like, okay, that's it. I stand up. She throws herself in the corner, goes fetal and was like, no, not again. And I'm like,
brave of you to even give a warning shot. Like,
no. I was like, there's a freaking cop sitting right here. She's literally making it look like I abuse her.
Oh,
because she's smart enough to know, like, I'm gonna turn up the acting, and she did. And you were like, what the heck? Because we had never seen anything like that.
No.
And she literally throws herself in the corner on the ground, fetal, and was like, no, not again. Starts crying, and it was like totally going hysterical. And you know what my cop buddy did? I'm a dad. I ain't looking. And at that point, she was like, oh, man. She like immediately crying stops. She sits up.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll behave now.
Yeah, but I was just like, do you imagine like what she just did right now reminding me of that story? Because I was like, whoa, hang on a second. Because that's exactly how I felt there. I was like the whole room was just like, crickets. Yeah. Everyone's like,
suddenly quiet.
Like, hold up.
And the fact that he broke the silence was like, I'm a dad. I ain't looking.
Dads get it, though.
Yes, dads get it. Anyway, all right, this is going to be our FTFA. This is from the freaking audience. This is where we take your short, concise emails and we go, hey, this will add to the conversation. So we'll go ahead and take some emails from the audience. And if you guys want to write us your short, concise emails, it's rtfm@jays2cents.com. I still get people that write the wrong email and go,
emphasis on short and concise.
Yeah, if it's long, we just can't.
But if it is long, those will get forwarded to me and I'll get to read them eventually. in my downtime.
When did that start?
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I like to read them.
I don't want to. Okay, fine. I'm setting you up with the account because I don't want to curate them. Anyway, all right. So this one's from JJ from Massachusetts. It says, hey guys, my name is JJ from good old Massachusetts. My question is, as someone in the welding field, how the stuff do I even start trying to get into the tech field? I've always been interested in tech, even at a young age, and I'm terrified of a career switch. Love the show and the content. Keep up the good work. All the best.
I'm going to come teach you how to weld, and you'll teach them some tech.
I know. I want to learn how to weld.
I think welding is a pretty cool trade.
You saw me blow a nice hole in that sheet metal, huh?
Yeah. I kind of want to learn how to weld, too. I was
like, I'm doing it. Oh, there's a hole. Yeah. So, I mean, kind of like I did with this. So I already worked in the tech field, but not directly in the tech field. Like I lateraled in a company. I just happened to be fortunate that the company I worked for had an IT department, it had a software development department, and also had the software and stuff we wrote. We had end users in the field that used it. I started as one of those guys in the field, and then ended up getting moved into IT for support, and then became part of. I was a director of our IT help desk, and then I also was a part of our software development QA/QC for our go lives and production moves and stuff when it comes to software. I was lucky that I worked for a company that already had something in place, like within the company, so I could start talking to people, start talking to the CTO, and start talking to and making relationships with people within the company that I could like prove like, hey, I can work over here. And then they did. They created a job for me. But when I went from there to this, that's sure, I already knew like tech and computers and how to build computers and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, running a business like this was something completely different. So my suggestion to you was do what I did. Start self-teaching, brush up on everything you can about a computer, right? If that's what you want to do, build computers or whatever. Don't try to just quit your career and start a new one. Build as much as you can on the side. You're going to spend a lot of your spare time, evenings. When I was building this channel, I was working 2 overtime jobs. Right?
Countless hours.
How many times was I up till 2, 3 in the morning working on this channel and then get up again at 5:30 in the morning because I had a 6 a.m. Calls for the East Coast.
Yeah.
Just
a lot.
Yeah.
Who, I don't know, I didn't even count.
Working myself literally into an early grave to do it. But then what happened was when this finally started taking off, I was able to make a switch to the other career. Welding, though.
It's a good trade to have.
I just started a YouTube channel about welding. I don't know. Do you weld cool sculptures or something? He didn't say he wants to necessarily start a YouTube channel, but my advice is to self-teach. There's no such thing as a technology degree. There's no such thing as a computer building degree. That would fall under general computer science. The problem with a lot of those degrees, they take forever and they're kind of useless. And like a lot of things they're still teaching are just
outdated. By
yes,
now. Yeah,
very outdated. Get yourself like at least an A+ certification. Like that's like the GED of tech. Honestly, because without that, you're never going to get a job anywhere. But to get that certification, you got to self-teach and all that. There's plenty of books to buy. And then you need to decide exactly what you want to do in tech. Because this question didn't say what he wants to do in tech. He said he's been into it.
Yeah.
Do you want to design robots? Do you want to design laparoscopic, surgical tools? You got to decide what you want to do. Then start reaching out to people that do that. You'd be surprised how you can find like Instagram has people that share info on everything, right? Find the people that you're most interested in what they do. Just ask them, how did you get started?
Yeah.
It's not crazy, but you'd be surprised how many people think there's some sort of like, not necessarily his question, but last week we had one that was like, I want to go to college. What degree should I get for tech? It's like, dude, that's like so open-ended.
Well, I would also say stick in the field, like stay in the welding field, but do the tech stuff on the side. Eventually you find something like a job you could pick up part-time or something.
Maybe you can learn how to...
You could learn CAD.
Well,
like, maybe
get a job with a company that builds robotic welders. I mean, then you start working with the factories and stuff. You get a really cool job that way.
Yeah. I mean, there's different ways to cross over, but I think welding could go hand in hand almost.
Yeah, but what he's basically saying is like, I like the idea of welding, but I'm not going to leave my career now to go be a welder.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rick from the UK says, I couldn't help but notice iRacing and some other racing video games cropping up in conversations every now and again, as well as the topic of sim rigs. What I would like to know is, what do you consider to be your all-time favorite racing video game, arcade or simulation, etc.? Because arcadey, right, and simcadey. The ones that you consider the gold standard. For me, it would be Burnout 3 Takedown from the PS2 era.
Yeah, Burnout is a really, 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 really good game.
Very arcade.
Yeah, I loved it though as a kid. Like,
see, to me, that's a game, not a simulator.
Yeah, that's definitely our arcade.
Yeah.
I like Burnout Revenge as well, even though the mechanics changed differently. In Revenge, you could push traffic to take out other people. And Takedown, you had to avoid the traffic altogether.
I want to push the people.
Yeah.
No, we'll set her up on Carmageddon.
Oh.
Carmageddon, it's literally you get points for running people over, and you get to build up your vehicle to be more destructive.
It's like Twisted Metal. I think that's...
Okay, that I might have fun.
Carmageddon was very much the same thing.
Yeah.
But Twisted Metal was a little bit more like the popular one.
But
anyway, there are games out there where you literally just run people over and you attach saws to your car and that sort of stuff. Can you tell she likes people?
I resonate with that.
No, for me, the all-time favorite arcade car game was Cruising USA.
The one where you double tap.
Yeah, it's double tap and do a wheelie. You find them in all the theaters. You find them in all the arcades. That was my arcade. Like, that's it, right? Daytona USA was also fun.
I didn't really like arcades. I liked arcade racing games at home, like Burnout.
Yeah.
Especially Burnout. That was great. Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 were also highlights. But as soon as I got into Burnout, that was my jam.
So my gold standard, though, is iRacing.
Oh, for Sim?
So for realism, yes, that's the gold standard for me. There's so much debate on like Assetto Corsa versus iRacing. I'm sorry, Assetto Corsa will never feel as realistic as iRacing. Assetto Corsa just has cooler things like drift mode and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, the drifting's fun.
More maps and all
I can't
that.
drift. Oh, the custom maps are cool too.
Right, and that's what I think draws people to Assetto Corsa. They're willing to give up some of the realism for in terms of the simulation, tire modeling, and all that sort of stuff for that aspect. But I know you can't answer this question because you don't play games. However, my wife does not know how to drive a stick. And I've got 2 manual vehicles. I got the ZL1 and the 370Z. I want to teach her how to drive stick, but I don't exactly want to take her on out to the 370Z first. One, because she can't physically drive it. My seat does not move forward. It is a custom racing seat with a 6-point harness that is mounted to the ground. It doesn't move.
Short people problems.
She cannot physically drive that car. Second, I'm not going to take her out and teach her how to drive a stick in a 900 horsepower ZL1.
What?
Even in a parking lot, because you know what? Curbs come up real fast, okay?
Curb jumped out of nowhere.
However, I can teach her the concepts of
Shifting.
left foot clutch, right foot brake, or right foot gas, and shifting on a simulator.
Via iRacing?
Yes.
I think that's also heavily dependent on the sim setup too.
Right.
Like the pedals. You can't just do it with the G27 because the pedals are like floppy.
No, you can, because what you're not
It teaches like the early mechanics.
you're teaching your brain clutch in left foot,
yeah. But
right brake right foot.
I think what she won't pick up if she had to do on that is like the grab point of the clutch kind of deal.
And once I could tell her like, okay, shift to, get the car moving, shift to second, shift to third, downshift to second, downshift to first. Once I could tell her that, and I can see that she can do the clutch, gas, pedal, and shifter properly, then we can go in the real car and start dealing with engagement point. Because then what I'll do is I'll set her in the driver's seat, and then I'll say, leave it in neutral, don't touch the gas, push the clutch in, push it in first, and just start to let the clutch out until the car starts to move. And then clutch in again. Start feeling that. Then we start playing with clutch out till the car starts to move. Enough. The ZL1 has enough horsepower that you can clutch out and it won't stall.
Oh, okay.
So then clutch out slowly till the car starts to move. Hold it there. Once the car starts to accelerate, then bring the clutch all the way out. Then clutch in and stop. Now we can start applying gas. Because then we learn engagement point at that point.
Is this a good technique that you're going to also practice further on with your kids?
Oh, yeah. My daughter's right now been every day. You're going to set up the racing sim? Set up the racing sim.
The oldest is asking and asking. You promised this weekend you would.
I'm going to.
Ooh. Okay.
No, I'm going to. Yeah, because remember, you also saw her in the Miata on iRacing handle oversteering, steering correct properly. She's natural. So, yeah. But yeah, it's a good tool for teaching people how to drive a manual as well.
As far as gold standard,
He says just teach her how to heel toe. I can't even heel toe. I'm too tall. I can't heel toe in any car. We've been over this. My leg position is really weird because of my height.
I thought,
No, I cannot heel toe.
oh, bummer.
Period.
I do it.
I let the computers do it. It doesn't mess up. Auto rev match? Sure. It's not,
it's not purist, but
yes.
yeah.
But it doesn't screw up.
It'll get the job done.
Do you know how many times I would have money shifted because I was just like not paying attention? But because of the auto rev match, it suddenly redlines the engine and it gets my attention. Like, that's the wrong gear. I want to go up and down. So anyway, so iRacing for me would be the simulation of choice.
I'd say iRacing for me as well, but like Assetto, even last night, Assetto was fun. Like it felt realistic as far as a group of us loaded up F1 cars and we started taking those on Chuckwalla.
What?
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. And Assetto Corsa has the ZL1, doesn't it?
I think so. Or you could find a mod of it.
I mean, if it doesn't have a 1LE, it's not the same. But anyway, whatever. All right. Javier from Bakersfield says, where was your most favorite places to travel? You've been to some pretty cool places, but you were probably too young, huh?
Well, I remember some of those. I went to school in
Germany, right?
Italy. I was homeschooled in Germany.
You still lived in Germany.
Yeah, that was cool. But
Did you ever leave the base?
Oh, yeah, we lived off base.
Oh, it was off-base housing? Okay.
Yeah. I think I would like to go back now, knowing everything that I do now, like just to go there, because I could have gone to Nürburgring. I didn't go when I was a kid. No one took me. It's like, we didn't know you liked cars.
Yeah,
back then.
you literally could get like a monthly pass.
Yeah, like, wait, what do you mean we could have gone to Nürburgring?
Oh, you just scan and gate goes, oh, okay, cool. We're on the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
It's not like now where there's so much planning to get a car on track. Because it's actually a road, right? It's not even just a track. It's technically a road that's a loop. But
I mean, there's so many cool places. Yeah, that's a lot. I'd say between Italy and Germany were definitely up there. and I'd say probably Hong Kong when I went.
Oh, you've been to Hong Kong. How old were you?
I was about 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what about you? You've not traveled a lot. We just started traveling the world when everything shut down.
Yeah, yay me. Yeah, I haven't even been to like very many states in the United States.
It's all right. There's a lot. You're not missing anything.
4. 5, I think.
I mean,
yeah, I've been to 5.
5 states?
Yeah.
I was like, you haven't been to 5 countries.
No. 5 states. I've been to
I was about to ask you if you've ever been to Mexico, but duh, you were there with me.
a couple times. Yeah. I think I've been to 6 different countries.
What was your favorite?
I really liked when we were in the Grand Caymans. Like when we were in
Bahamas
that
area.
area. Yeah.
Are you
the
do you-
Bahamas?
are you just like super chill because of your drink? Yeah, it's a bang. Grand Caymans. Yeah, that's where we keep our bank accounts.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go visit my bank. Jeez, suddenly your energy level is just like. I always get on to him for talking like that. Jeez.
Wow.
I'm on a beach in the Grand Caymans, mentally wishing I was there.
What
about you?
I really liked Taiwan. Canada's just Northern America.
It's greener.
No,
right?
okay. I take that back. Let me take that back. I know how many Canadians just got pissed right now.
Yeah, you started a war.
Vancouver is just Northern Washington. Okay. I don't really care if you agree with me or not. Shut up. Don't at me. No, I think my favorite country that I've actually gone and spent time in, it's good. I mean, I spent the most time in Taiwan outside of the U.S. Jamaica was cool. I liked the way Jamaica looked.
You didn't even get off the boat.
No, but I liked the way it looked.
You
It
liked
was
the way-
pretty.
It was pretty. I liked the way it looked. I would like to go there again.
What was the island in Mexico we went to?
Cozumel.
Cozumel was cool.
I
I've heard
liked
of that.
Cozumel a lot.
Because Cozumel is Eastern Mexico. It's part of the Caribbean. You know, so it's not like we're way north, like we're Baja Mexico, right? That's where we're used to. So it's very different there. Yeah, Cozumel was really, really cool. A lot of history. Remember when we took the submarine to go see the sunken warship? That was
Yeah,
cool. Yes.
That was cool.
Yes, I went on a cruise to Cozumel, got off the boat, got on a submarine to go look at a sunk boat.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, as long as you enjoy it. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like something I would do.
I think any place where I get to go and just like ditch my culture and just like take on someone like the culture around me, I think
Yeah.
that's cool.
I want to go to Germany. I've never met my family that lives there. That was one of the, it's funny because we're going to be planning a visit to another country at some point. When my daughter graduates high school, she cannot make up her mind if she wants to go to England
Or Japan.
or Japan. First it was Japan.
Both.
No. First it was Japan because she was just like, she's super into anime, right? She's like, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. The other day she comes out and goes, instead of Japan, can we go to England? I was like, what do you want to see in England? She's like,
Big Ben?
No, she goes, it's pretty.
Oh, Hogwarts.
I said, wow.
Yeah, she wants to see that too. She's
no.
been talking about the Warner Brothers studio tour forever.
No, but I said, wow, you really just like gave up on Japan really quickly. She comes out later. She goes, I still want to go to Japan, but I still want to go to England. And then she like runs back in the house.
I mean,
I was like, hey, I only say if you get straight A's. So unless you like graduate with honors, don't even bother thinking about where you want to go.
or just wait till you get older and then you can do Japan yourself.
See, we can't incentivize the good grades.
My bad.
Don't be like, get bad grades, just go on your own.
Don't do that.
Obviously doesn't think like parent.
No, because I had a similar. Well, there's a similar thing because when my sister graduated, she wanted to go to Spain, and she got to go to Spain. Well, Spain and France,
Yeah.
and I was fairly low key, but I realized after when I started working, it's like, yo, I could finally put money aside. I could do like trip I want to do. I don't have to travel with family. Like,
Yeah.
I could finally do Japan. I could go to a Mori factory. I don't have to like schedule a trip around the family trip kind of deal.
Makes sense.
I could be independent from that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Corbin here asks a quick one. He says, I'm restoring my pool. I'm in the process of removing plaster and then eventually putting in tile. I would like to know what kind of smart devices I need to make my pool smart like yours, Jay. He says, also, why does anime look better when I lower the hertz from 60 to 120 down to 23 in NVIDIA control panel. I don't know how to watch anime. Probably because that matches frame rate of the animation. I don't know. First of all, I have
probably because it depends on the animation too.
Maybe. I have a Pentair Easy Touch, and I can do everything. I can check the pool temp and all that sort of stuff.
Set up the spa for now when we're home.
What?
You could set up the spa.
Oh, I was like, you telling me to turn the spa on? Hey, guys, we got to go now. Yeah, so Pentair Easy Touch is what I have, and it's a salt system pool, and it has a chlorinator built in, so I could see like what the current chlorination status is of the pool and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what I use.
I go to his pool.
You haven't even gotten in it yet.
I have to buy some trunks still. I realized I couldn't find.
Yeah, I'd be like one of those guys just get in their jean shorts.
just put my feet in. I'm like, oh, this is a nice pool.
I swear this email sounds like I wrote it. I didn't. Okay. I didn't write this email. He's Jay from LA, first of all.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't write this.
Are you sure?
Yes. He says, I have a custom PC and an audio video desk in the study. An excellent addition to sit adjacent or add J 2 cent. He wrote it out that way. To my gear would be a classy J 2 cents drinkwares that was announced back in late April. Are there any updates to when those may be available? They look like wonderful wares for when I need a cold Hefeweizen, which is funny because I've always talked about that being my favorite beer.
Yes.
Or strong bourbon.
That's why it totally sounds like you.
During the late evening gaming hours. Prost. Cheers. Prost. He's obviously German.
Yeah.
So.
It's like you from the future trying to plug your merch or something.
No, it's not. Speaking of which, we forgot to grab the shirt. Anyway, we do
You're
have.
wearing a shirt.
It's not the new one.
Oh.
We have new merch that just launched. And I'll talk about his, obviously. So. The way my merch works, with the exception of like the mugs and the zip-up hoodies, everything is inventoried. So I put in an order, I wait for it to get made, and then it's warehoused at a third party that handles all of my warehousing, all of the shipping, all the inventory, all of the warranties or order issues. They handle everything for me. The drinkware, I just got the quotes on to order, however many hundreds of each one I want to get. So
and
we
the
have
samples. You posted a picture, yeah?
That's what he's referring to.
Yeah.
I almost said that's what I'm referring to. No, that's what he's referring to. So we have a shot glass, we have a bourbon glass, and then we have a pint glass for like beer.
Yeah.
Or IPAs or whatever. So all three of those have a frosted J 2 Cents logo on them. They're not red. They don't look ugly. In my opinion, I was like, I don't want the logo to really stand out. I want it to just be frosted on the glass. So it looks really nice.
Good.
Yeah. And they're not going to be that expensive either. But I just got the order form with the pricing at like the bulk rate. Here's how many you have to order to get, and here's how the sliding scale works. So we're going to put in the order as soon as we get the products in, and we do spot checkings. We have to randomly spot check them for blemishes and stuff. Then they will go on the website. Speaking of new merch, though, we do have our spring line just launched, which is the Size Matters shirt. We've talked about it for months. That order took forever because the printer that was used decided to up and move facilities and undo all their machinery, but take the order in the meantime, start it, send part of it, and then move. So we finally pulled the order from them and went with another printer. Oh. So now we just got all that stuff in. We had to do check and be like, okay, it's a different printer. Let's make sure the quality is there. Let's make sure everything's like where we need it to be. Long story short, everything's online now. The Size Matters shirts, all of those, again, when they're gone, they're gone. Our merch is basically seasonal. If you like a design, get it, because when it's gone, we're not bringing it back.
They're like mechanical keyboards. So you hop on it when they go on sale.
But they don't take 6 months to arrive.
But yeah, these are ready to ship.
So the drinkware is something I've always kind of wanted. I'm a bourbon drinker. If you guys can't tell, I've gone through almost all the Elijah Craig in this show alone. I've got how many bottles of bourbon in the... Okay, I sound like an alcoholic, but how many bottles of bourbon do I have in the closet there? 10, maybe? 10 different kinds? That's not a lot, but they're all different types depending on like what my mood is.
Yeah.
I got my sipping bourbon, and I got my jugging bourbon. I got my I'm already drunk, it's cheap bourbon. I got
the old-fashioned bourbon.
Yes, the old-fashioned bourbons. Speaking of which, we need some Knob Creek. Put that on the list. Anyway, moving on. We do have gaming mats, like gaming pads, and that stuff coming in the future as well. Yes, I'm probably the last one to the party on that one. That's but okay. Last is best sometimes, I'd like to say. But yeah, so that merch is coming. But if you guys go to jasonsense.com, there's a link down below with stuff. It would definitely, that's the only way we allow the audience to directly contribute to our channel. I don't do Patreon. I don't do donations. I don't have a Twitch bits and all that crap. I don't allow the audience to give us money. I allow you to buy something from us, in which you get something for your money. And that's the way my brain works. That's the way it always will. So I will never hold my hand out and be like, give me your cash for the opportunity to watch something of mine. I don't really operate that way. So with that said, It's actually time to end the show because I got put in big red right there. Plug merchandise. Oh, and the giveaway. Yeah, we got stuff we're giving away. Links down there too. You're going to want it. It's like $3,000 MSRP worth of stuff, or like $27,862
Or a God tier
scalper
GPU.
price.
Yeah.
God Halo tier. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like with it being a tech show and you not being like a techie, I wasn't sure how much you would have to contribute, but I think the highlight is obviously when you made it sound like I was like, shut up, a man's talking.
I think you just highlight that yourself, dude.
That's not what I said.
You were quoting someone.
Yeah,
was not aimed at me.
You conveniently left that part out. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us this week. Don't forget, hit the like button down below if you're still in the chat. That really helps rank the video back up and the stream. Things are weird on YouTube right now, and we could definitely use all the help we can get. So if you appreciated the podcast, make sure you subscribe so you can watch all the future episodes. You can see them or hear them on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that. And then just mash the like button. It really does help. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, we'll see you in the next video, which is going to be tomorrow and Sunday. So peace.
Bye.